1.3. Part 2.
So, how did you feel about the mountain site? What was it called again? Zakopane?
Zakopane, yes, that's right. To be fair, it could have been worse as a location for a business hotel. It really does have absolutely breathtaking scenery, but then that's not everything. No, I've got to say that I have my doubts.
Oh. Well, why is that? Just a gut feeling?
Maybe, difficult to say, but I'm just not 100% convinced. I found it to be more of a ski resort than a business centre. Plenty of sport, loads for guests to do. Skiing, walking, saunas, plenty of that kind of thing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, it's just that it's not really an ideal location for this type of hotel. And it's not even especially close to the airport, at least a couple of hours' drive. No, all in all, I can't help feeling that that option would be a bit more complicated than we anticipated.
Yeah, I take your point. So, are we saying this is still a serious contender or not?
Well, it's hard to say. Like I said, it's got a lot going for it really, but I think we can probably do better. Basically, I'm happy to do a bit more research into the area if you're still interested, but I can't promise anything.
I see. Okay. Well, any other potential pitfalls of locating there? What's your impression of the local workforce, for instance?
Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say that they don't speak English at all, but I did run into a couple of problems with communication which makes me a bit wary. So that's another reason why I'm a bit reluctant to recommend the site at this stage. But look, why don't you come out and see for yourself? 1.4. Part 3.
What about the third site? I understand you went back to Krakow at the end of your trip to visit a potential location on the edge of the city?
Yeah, that's right. I've never seen anywhere quite like it. I've got to say that I'm convinced that we can make something out of it. It has just about everything you could ask for.
Well, that sounds promising.
The major advantage is that the infrastructure is already in place. I'm sure you'll agree that the local facilities are first class. Do you want to take a look at the pictures?
Yeah, sure. But, didn't you mention that it's an abandoned factory?
Yes, it's this old brewery which I'm confident our client can acquire and refit. Basically, it's got a lot going for it, and the pros definitely outweigh the cons.
I'm not sure whether the client's budget will stretch that far.
No, OK, but surely that's not a reason to delay. Look, I'll send you my projected figures.
Okay.
You'll see that the purchase value of the disused factory definitely makes it worth considering. We can't go wrong, really, not with the way property values are increasing. Anyway, I thought you'd be impressed, so I'd like to set up a meeting with the owner.
But we haven't talked the figures through in detail yet.
Yes, but that needn't stop us at least making some further inquiries about the building. It's only a preliminary meeting.
Well, OK, but by then, we need to have pinned down any other potential obstacles for this site, don't we?
I'm pretty sure I've covered everything in my analysis. I'll be writing everything up later this week.
OK, but to get me fully on board, you'll need to show me the figures in more detail. Convince me there, and maybe we can make this work.